Good morning. Here we are. Thanks for joining me for a cup of coffee and a positive thought in the morning. So, being present in the moment really is the secret to happiness. I know, it's so simple, right? Again, simple to do, difficult to master. Living in the moment can help you if you are a person working on being a positive, happier person, and you're here with me today, so assuming that's who you are, happiness hunters, right? Sometimes we wait for happiness. We think, well, we're going to be happy when we have kids, when the kids leave home, when we get married, when we get divorced, when we move into a new house, when we get a bigger house, when we get a smaller house, when we get a job, when we get a new job, when we get a better job, when we don't have a job, right? There's always waiting for something. If you're waiting for something to happen to be happy, there's always something you're waiting for, right? So you just end up waiting, not happy. We can't change the past, but we sure do. We think a lot about it, right? We relive past memory, past hurts, and feel them all over again. Revisit mistakes or foolishness we made, and then we can feel our shame and blame all over again. Even sometimes we remember good times, and then we compare them to what's going on now, right? And we can't predict the future. We think about it a lot, right? We plan for it. We build wonderful plans in our heads. We daydream, we dream, but there's no guarantee. I mean, really, how many times in your life have things worked out exactly as you planned them? Hardly ever. So all that planning sometimes is for naught, because you end up dealing with situation on the ground, right? Exactly. Things do not turn out exactly as planned. And that is okay. But the secret is, it's not the situation that determines your outcome in life, right? It's about your reaction to that situation that determines kind of how happy you are or where you live your life. And if you can't be happy where you are, well, you're not going to be happy in the next place either. And I firmly believe, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So how you enjoy this moment is how you enjoy every moment. Stop acting as if your life is a rehearsal. Live this day as if it were your last. The past is over and gone. The future's not guaranteed. Dr. Wayne Dyer, my hero. The trick to enjoy your life is don't wish away days waiting for better ones ahead. Same thing we just talked about, right? All the quotes, everybody's on the same boat. Life becomes more meaningful when you realize the simple fact that you'll never get the same moment twice. Love thoughts like that, right? Never allow waiting to become a habit. Live your dreams, take your risks. Life is happening right now. Practice enjoying where you are right now. Like everything we talk about when it comes to happiness and being happier. Happiness is a skill. Being in the present, in the moment, is a skill that you can develop, work on, and, that word again, practice. Living in the moment gives you more self-awareness. It gives you more awareness, period, right? You'll see things that through a more complete lens. You'll see things that maybe you haven't really been noticing. It actually makes you more confident to take on life, to be present in the moment, ready to face whatever comes on, right? Sometimes we just spend so much time replaying the past. We're so busy looking at the past, reliving out, maybe we're even reliving great past moments in our life, right? So busy living in the past that we're missing what's happening to us right here, right now, in this moment. The thing is, the only moment that you have any sort of control over, right? That moment is happening right now. You're here. You're sharing this moment with me. We're having a cup of coffee together, right? But you could turn this off. You could call a friend and tell them about it. You could walk outside. You can choose to enjoy this moment, loathe this moment, ignore this moment. No matter. This moment is yours to control. The here and now is all we have. And if we play it right, It's all we need. Ann Richardson said that. The best preparedness for the future is to live as if there were none. Our good old friend Albert Einstein said that, right? Live every moment as if it were your last. It's yours. Each moment is a gift. There's no guarantee that you're ever going to have another moment in your life, right? You don't know that an airplane's not going to come crashing down through your roof right this minute. None of us know anything like that. There is no guarantee of the next minute or the number of minutes that will happen to you in the future. Kind of a scary thought, but it's hard to appreciate the gift of the present if you're busy dreaming about the past or dreaming about the future, right? Being present in this moment is another way to reduce stress. The great stress reliever. That's right. Past and future thinking can lead to overthink. Are you guilty of this? Because I know I am. Past and future thinking leads to overthinking, overanalysis. None of that's good, right? None of those are happy. None of those lead to happiness. I don't know where overthinking leads you, but definitely not to happiness. All right. This is what my mom used to tell me all the time. The past is but a memory. The future but a promise. All we have is the gift of right now. That's why they call it the present, right? Living in the present will make you happier. All right, good. Okay, you say, Tina, but how? How do I do this? Oh, I'm glad you asked. That's why we're here this morning. We're going to talk about a couple of ways that you're going to practice living in the present. Now, here's the shocker. Some of this stuff we're going to talk about is going to sound a lot like the same things we talked about how to be calmer, stop procrastinating, be confident. On some of the stuff, it's the same list. But today we're talking about being present. So, don't just sit there. Don't just do something. Just sit there. Sometimes we notice our attention's wandering. You need to be mindful of the moment, right? If you notice, that's your practice. Oh, I'm doing that again. My mind is wandering. I'm going to bring it back here. Another way to live in the moment is to breathe deeply 10 times. Just do some deep breathing. It slows your mind, relaxes your nervous system, brings you closer to your intuition, and it brings you closer to your body, what's happening in your body, and what's happening in this moment, right? So breathing doesn't mean I'm going to, while I'm typing and doing my emails, I'm going to breathe deeply 10 times. No. Take a moment, breathe deeply, bring myself back to the present moment. Use a mantra to change your mindset. You can even do this. This is something you can do while you're breathing, right? Sha, that's the Sanskrit word for peace, as in Shanti. And Sham, you just say Sham slowly 10, 20 times. Sham, 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 Sham to yourself. Sham, Sham. While you're breathing, right? The combination of your breath, the rhythm, and if you sing it out loud, the sound, making your own vibration here. That's the most powerful vibrations we have, right? The ones we are a tuning fork, the ones we make ourselves. So forget what I said about silently. Sound, it's calming. It resets your nervous system. It takes you out of whatever realm you found yourself in. Think of it as that instant. I like to think of my life in terms of what do you call it? Special effects from TV and movies, right? So in this moment, I just imagine all my selves who are. So when I have a moment, I think I got to come back to the present, right? My visualization to myself is all the pieces of me that are out there thinking and visiting and existing in other realms. All of a sudden, it's just, and all those things come just crashing down into my body here. We're here, right here and now. It's a little disruptive. I'm going to tell you, you can feel a thunk sometimes if you do this. But then you're there, right here, right now, this moment. Something I do. Here's another way to stay in the moment, and this is one of my favorites, is spread some love. Tell someone you love them. Give someone a genuine compliment. Positive emotions lower stress, lower blood pressure, strengthen immunity, all that goodness. And so in that moment, you tell someone you love them, or you have a beautiful smile, and they smile back at you. The two of you smile at each other. You're having a connection. Energy is sparkling between you, right? You're there. You're in that moment. You're participating in the moment. Brings you back right now. These are my favorite things. You can use healing aromas. Did you know rosemary, lavender, and sage are all natural mood enhancers? I keep some rosemary on my desk sometimes. Like my plant is outside getting some sun right now, but usually I keep rosemary on my desk just so I can smell it. And I love lavender and sage. I'm not sure exactly what they do. Excuse me. Runny nose this much. Alright, here's a good one. Make yourself a little kindness meditation. A little kindness affirmation. Nothing, 1 minute, maybe a minute, right? Just something that you can say to yourself. And while you're saying it, focus on bringing yourself back. And what you'll do is you'll train yourself that when you say that affirmation, or when you say that that little meditation that you created about kindness to yourself, as you're saying it and you're focusing on being in the moment, you're training your mind so that when you start to say those things, again, you're going to have that crashing, thunking feeling as you come back in, because you're training yourself. When I say this is what I'm going to do. Pavlov's dog, baby. Ring the bell, start to salivate, right? Say the meditation, start to feel present. Okay. It's a bit of a stretch on it as far as a comparison, but you know what I mean, right? You understand what I'm saying. If you're watching and this is making sense to you, leave me a message. I'd love to hear from you. What are you thinking? Is this helpful? Is this kind of, oh, duh, Tina, we know this. I don't know. I'd like to know. So again, we're going to talk about living in the moment. And this is a bigger subject than this. We're going to talk about this on another day, but this is an important one. We're going to try to love, we already said, we're going to try to be happy in the moment we're in right now, right? That's our exercise, is to be happy right now. If I can be happy right now, I can be happy anytime. But try loving everything about your life. Try loving everything about the moment. Be really specific about what you love about the moment. Try loving the things you don't like about the moment. True love, the only answer to darkness is love, right? Is light. There's no responding with dark to dark. There's responding dark to light. Light to light. Dark to light. Always light. Always love. So, part of acceptance in life is loving the parts you don't like, the parts you don't understand, the parts you'd like to get rid of. Love those parts. Love them as part of you. Love them as you, as your entirety in this moment. Include some of those parts, right? This moment, as you're loving yourself and your life and you're happy in this moment, you're loving some things about yourself that maybe aren't your favorite. That's okay. Love them anyway. If this seems hard to do, this was an exercise that took me, and as I said, we're going to talk about this on another show because this is like a whole subject all by itself. If you have trouble loving parts that are not pleasant, or have trouble loving the darkness, love yourself for wanting to love. It's a journey. You may not be there today. It's okay. We're going to keep trying. Love yourself for wanting to love it. Stretch, my favorite. Stretch, everything is. Stretching is everything. Stretching is everything. Our body and our minds. I read this book one time. Dr. Candace Pert wrote a book called Our Body is Our Subconscious Mind. Right? Our body and mind are connected. So, just like you can influence your mind, your body with your mind, you can influence how you feel with how you think, you can influence how you think with how you are, with how you act. Okay? Stretching is a physical act that's stretching muscles. It's, again, releasing endorphins, lifting your mood. It's the same as exercise, right? Stretching is particularly good for us because it doesn't require a lot of effort. It just requires us to move a little beyond our comfort zone. keep our range of motion, keep stretching. And I'm stretching in the moment. Here's a really good one. Place your hands over your eyes. For some reason, there's some mystical, magical day. You're just having a moment, and you cannot seem to get it together. For me, this is everything. Placing my hands over my eyes, pressing hard against, not just pressing, palms against your face and against your eyes. I know there's something sciencey going on here. I know there's some explanation of why this immediately calms me down, or makes me feel the hands on my face. All of a sudden I'm present with my body, feeling the discomfort and feeling the relief from that discomfort through those hands resting on my face. I don't know why it works, but it does. Because I've done it, and I'm going to tell you, it's one of my go-tos. Okay, almost done. Here we go. Make a mini gratitude list. Everybody talks about the gratitude list, and you got it by your bed, and your gratitude journal, blah, blah, blah. Make a gratitude list. Here you go. Piece of paper, this big, right? You get it. This big. You're going to write 5 things on it. 5 things you're grateful for, and you're going to stick that in your wallet or your purse. Someplace, don't pack it away too deep. Not deep down in the wallet. Someplace where you can reach in and grab it when you're standing in line and you got a minute to kill and you don't know what to do with yourself. Pull it out. A minute when you're feeling a little anxious and you're not sure how to get out of that minute. Pull it out and read it. Gratefulness is the great resetter. Gratefulness is the great happiness creator. And so, the rest of the list looks pretty familiar, right? Get out in nature. Get out in nature and take a walk. Focus on the beauty around you. Look at a cloud. Look at a tree. Look at a flower. Zone in on some beauty. Go minimalist. You know, it's easier to live stress-free in the moment when you have fewer things around you. That's a whole subject, right? Smile. Forgive. Dance like no one is watching. Be unconscious in your life. Disconnect from what the people are thinking. Dancing is a great example, right? We're always, I don't know. I think I've spoken before that I am not the most coordinated person on earth, right? Love to dance. And you know what? I'm pretty sure there's video out there of me looking pretty funny dancing on the dance floor. But it's okay. Feel the music. Feel it infuse your body. Let it take you. Let you move to what you feel. And enjoy moving. Enjoy moving with the pulse of the music. The heck with those people. They don't want to look foolish. Let them sit on the sidelines. Savor your senses. When you eat, taste your food. When you listen to music, really lean in and like I said, be captured by the music. When you smell that lavender or that sage or onions cooking for dinner, really smell it and think about how lucky you are to have that olfactory sensation come up and infuse your whole body. Use your senses. Be present with your senses. Face your trouble head on. Every moment can't be our favorite, right? That's okay. Don't close your eyes. Don't run from it. Live in the moment. We're going to look at the moment. As we step back to the quote board, I think I've read to you most of the quotes, but there's one I did not read from my hero, Maya Angelou, who says, "If you must look back, look forgivingly. If you must look forward, do so prayerfully. However, the wisest thing you can do is to be present in the present, gratefully." So, with those wise words, I'm going to read a poem. Yay, a poem today, huh? Yay! This poem I wrote, well, it's called Standing in Line at the Grocery Store. That's all I need to tell you, right? That kind of sets the stage, right? Standing in line at the grocery store. It's not a part of my book, The Queen of Happiness, available on Amazon or through a link in my profile on Facebook. You can get the link to the ebook and all the bonuses. This is a poem that will be in my new book called All Things in Rhyme. That'll be published a little bit later this year. Still working on a couple of the poems for that. But this one I'm really happy with. And I'm not even going to tell you about it because it stands for itself. Standing in line at the grocery store, my phone not working, so I saw so many more amazing things than one would hope to see right then and there in front of me. I watched a Gothic boy with hair dyed black, loving his mother by carrying her pack. He touched her gently to guide her on, as she had done when he was young. I saw a young mother with a toddler distraught, ignoring the tantrum and all that it's fraught, soothing her baby with whispers and purrs. Tears became laughter as love was transferred. I witnessed the pharmacist, the line hectic and strained, patiently, graciously, slowly explain the prescription details, repeating each line, repeating the description at least 3 full times. Observing the tenderness and love that abounds, moments of beauty happening all around, lost if I'd stared at that cold, lifeless screen. Never to be noticed, never to be seen. Kindness and love are all around you all day. What we look for, we find. So go find it each day. Be where you are. Find the love. Be the change. Make love, then make joy. Be your only exchange. That's our show for today. Hope you enjoyed. So, today, homework today, be present. Give yourself a present. Give yourself the gift of each moment, of savoring, enjoying, and living each moment. You'll never get another one just like it. Make it a happy day. Come on.